Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. And today we have the Prince of the Shokan, Goro, the half dragon and winner of 9 consecutive Mortal Kombat tournaments before he was stopped by Liu Kang, the defeater of the Great Kung Lao. So let us take a look at Goro. This box is absolutely massive. Let me just read the little blurb that it comes with. It comes with the interchangeable heads, comes with the fireball, fully articulated, and it says here Sub-Zero is only for display images, not included in the package. As amazing as that would be to just get a free Sub-Zero. So, Prince Goro has brought much honour to the Shokan race by serving Shao Kahn. His bloody achievements include rushed rebellions and conquered provinces. During the past 500 years, he has been celebrated for winning the last 9 Mortal Kombat tournaments for Outworld. Should he defeat Earthrealm's champion this time, he will become more than legendary. His victory is assured. There are none in Earthrealm who can withstand the might of Goro. With the exception of Johnny Cage in the 1995 movie, Scorpion in the animated movie, Liu Kang in canon, and I think Kung Lao beat him once. Not Kung Lao the Great, the original Kung Lao. And then scarred his chest with his hat. And also, Kotal Kahn rips off all 4 of Goro's arms in the comics in Mortal Kombat 11. So there's actually a few people that can beat him. But in general, Goro, not an easy person to beat. Very, very difficult. Quite the opponent. So, the reason why Goro is called a half dragon in Mortal Kombat 1, he's Shokan, is because they had this idea that the Shokans would all be half creatures, and that the second Mortal Kombat would involve Kintaro, who would be half tiger. And there's actual concept art of him being just a regular fighter with just 2 arms. And then they decided, no, let's make all Shokans like Goro, make them all big 4-armed, monsters. And then that's how the Shokan race ended up becoming a thing by Mortal Kombat 2. And then by Mortal Kombat 3, you had Shao Kahn taking Motaro over the Shokans, which is a centaur, and the centaurs and the Shokans hate each other, and that really upset Shiva, and Shiva was a playable character. She was a playable Shokan in Mortal Kombat 3. So there's the story behind that. But let's get on to the box opening. We are not here for lore, you're here for box openings. Or maybe you are here for lore. If you are here for lore, welcome. You are appreciated. I do enjoy the lore. I hope some of you do out there too as well. So let us get rid of the box once again. It is a very nice box. And let us see what Goro comes with. I'll just angle this down a little bit. There we are, so you can see. So, out of the box, let's take this first bit of packaging off. We shall see what we are looking at. And we'll also take off this packaging as well. Oh, that packaging's underneath them. Okay, that'll come later. So, what do we have? First off, we'll look at Goro first. No. So we have the green fireball punch, which is a move that Goro's had since Mortal Kombat 1, and that comes with both left hand and right hand, the fire punch. He comes with 2 different ponytails. One is a actiony kind of mid-flow, and the other one is kind of standing still. And he comes with 2 different heads, and the 2 different heads can both equip the ponytail. So this is the figure of Goro himself. He looks very strange without his hair. It's an unusual first impression. There we are, I'll just get rid of that bit of plastic. So he is absolutely massive, as well he should be, as he is deserved. He comes with the... Oh, he is tough to stand. So, let's put on this ponytail so that he looks right, because it's weird seeing him without the ponytail. Just clip this into the head here. It should just clip in. Well, the head's a little bit loose, but that's no problem. No problem at all. The person I bought those from said that there was a marking on the neck, but honestly, I don't really see it. I see, actually, yeah, you can just barely see that there's a little scratch there in the neck, but it's really nothing. Yeah, I've seen significantly worse. There we are, just had to use a little bit of force, and that is the hair in. I think it looks much nicer with the little, action kind of scene. So let's take the accessories away for just now. We'll look at them later. And let's look at Prince Goro, the champion of Mortal Kombat. So, he has the butterfly joint arms here on the top. So he has butterfly joints. He has butterfly joints in both sets of arms. That's quite cool, I didn't realise that. The shoulders are very nice. I see he's got 4 hands and fist and 1 open claw. I don't know if that's the way he originally came. As I said, this is second hand, so I'm not sure the way that he will arrive for you. This is the way he arrived for me. The legs are a little loose. They're not actually all that loose, but Goro is a really heavy figure, so just be very careful when you're trying to position him. The ankles are stiff. Okay, the ankles don't have a lot of movement to them. The foot is... Oh, I see. I think the foot is designed to be like this. And yeah, and from there you can see he poses much, much nicer. He's also got the angry face as default. I don't know if Goro had the angry face as default originally. Let's see if we can put him into his win pose. Part of me thinks the answer is no. But we can try. I'm talking about his Mortal Kombat 1 win pose, where he's got 2 hands on his arms and then 2 up like he's flexing, like he's a wrestler. The butterfly joints and the elbows are fantastic, actually. They work really nicely. So, there we are. They're thereabouts. Really need to swap this hand with the closed fist hand, I think. And he doesn't easily stand upright. Also, like, his body is very, very long, which it has to be, I assume. The back looks fantastic, actually. See all that detail on the back? That is very, very cool. And he has his nice tassels on his belt and such, which is very, very nice. I feel like this version of Goro, the look of him, I mean, in the very first Mortal Kombat game, he did have the colouring on the back of his body, but this really kind of came about in some of the later games with Goro, where he got this specific kind of look. Because originally he didn't look like this, and I think Strong Collectibles have done the absolutely correct thing to make him this version. I think this is the best figure of Goro that you can possibly get. I've got a few different Goros, not on hand, unfortunately, but this is my favourite one. Also, a lot of Goro things, they tend to be more statues rather than figures, with the exception of the original G.I. Joe. And I loved that G.I. Joe Goro when I was a kid. I had him when I was very young, and I would be so happy playing with that. He came with Johnny Cage as well, because it was the Mortal Kombat movie. There we are, finally. Get him into a nice standing position. Right, so let us take a look at some of these accessories here. Okay, Goro, you can just stand in the background. You're going to stand. You're going to fall over. There we are. Cool. Right. Oh, that was a bit of a workout. So we have the straight ponytail. As you can see, this is the ponytail, just goes straight down. But again, I prefer the... I mean, Goro isn't really known to sit there with his ponytail like this. I mean, any time you actually see him, he does have the wave in the ponytail. Now, he has a whole bunch of different hands. I think this is the hand that is supposed to be on that left hand. I feel that whoever owned this before me maybe swapped this one out, the closed fist, with the open hand. So he comes with 2 sets of hands. So he has 4 grip hands like this, which is very cool. So that, yeah, that fits in perfectly there. So as well as the grip hands, actually this hand is the wrong way around. This hand should be over here. Don't worry, I will not give you a bad eBay review for not having the right hands. So okay, now we are into the way that the figure was supposed to come. Right, we have understood now. So, these look very similar, but you can see there's a mild difference. This one here is much more of a grip, whereas this one is more open. So you can see here that one's more relaxed and one's more gripping, and you can see that just in the hand muscle as much as anything else there, in the part between the thumb and what would be the pinky. So he comes with 4 of each of them. He comes with 4 closed fists, 4 grip fists, and 4 open hand fists, 4 loose fists. He also comes with 2 of these fireballs, which is very cool. There's no way to stand these fireballs, you just have to set that up yourself if you want to use them. But it is very cool. I think this is probably... Ah, right, okay, it's that way. It probably is the same mould that they've used. It probably is exactly the same, but they've added the texture onto it, which is very, very cool. It's a very cool detail by Storm Collectibles to see what the fireball looks like in all its glory. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to replace the head with the less angry head with the mouth closed. Or are we? You know, I'm thinking I kind of like the aggressive head on Goro, because Goro should be a very aggressive character. I mean, he's Shokan, he's a dragon, you know? You know what, I don't think we are going to replace the head. I think we're going to keep the head the way he has it. I think the person that had this before me had the right idea. So let us take off one hand and replace it with the other. We shall see just how easy / difficult that is. So I'm hoping at some point, there we are, just clicks off with a nice pop, and it's a little stiff, but there we go. Just wiggle that bad boy in, and there we have him, which is very nice. A lot of the arms are quick. Oh, you just turned the hands. You just turned the feet. He stands perfectly. Maybe that was the issue I had. So there's a bit of a thing for you if anyone goes out there and buys your own. So the arms are relatively loose. I don't think it's because he's been played with or used at all. I think it's more the guy before me has used a little bit of an oil spray or something just to loosen up these joints, which is actually appreciated. You know, I like that he's went to the effort of doing that. So how do I feel about Goro? The upper body has a lot going for it. You know, there's an awful lot here. And the legs are so long, but the legs have to be that long because otherwise it wouldn't make sense, you know, in terms of... I mean, Goro doesn't make sense in terms of biology. There's no way you could have a second set of shoulders coming out of your ribs. You don't have the shoulder blade muscles, you don't have any of the parts of that to do it. But we're not here to talk about science biology, we're here to talk about Mortal Kombat, which is beating the crap out of each other and killing each other for the good of the realm. So we don't need to go into the science aspect of it. So let us see, how does Goro size up in comparison to other Storm Collectible figures? This is where it gets exciting. So over here we have good old Kazjan from Tekken, and as you can see the absolute height difference between Goro and Kazuya. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh. Oh, well, that just knocked £5 off him, off his value. Anyone that sees that video. Oh. But you can see here the size of Goro in comparison to Kazuya. This is to scale. This is 1 to 12 scale. So this is genuinely what Goro would look like in comparison to the size of a regular human. And Kazuya isn't a regular human. Kazuya is, he's one of the strongest martial artists in the world, and he's, built like a tank. But I mean, if you look at the comparison between Goro and Kazuya, you can just see the difference in the shoulder lengths, the height of the leg, even just the muscle, the bicep. The Goro is just entirely different creature, and just in terms of hugeness. So next, let's place Goro next to his ruler. It is the Emperor. He is the Khan. He is Shao Kahn. And sitting there with his Wrath Hammer, as always, ready to start a Mortal Kombat fight at any point. Round 1, fight. And also ready to, say, finish him at any given moment. There's never a point where Shao Kahn will refuse a fatality. So, as you can see, Goro towers over the throne, the Outworld throne. You can see just the sheer height of him. Goro is currently the tallest. I was about to say the tallest Strong Collectibles figure, but he might actually be the tallest figure I own, in terms of just sheer size. I mean, I don't have a ruler handy, but I would guess he's in the 10-inch, 11, 12? Yeah. Maybe about 30 centimetres tall. He is actually huge. So, yes. And I think this is probably the way he's going to be posed when he goes onto my shelf, the shelf of interesting things. We pose next to Goro, or next to Shao Kahn. So, yes, very cool. Very happy with him. So, I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you do enjoy, remember to leave a like, share and subscribe. It's just a small click for you, but it means a lot to me. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.